Are we live? Are we live?
Is this good?
It's always good when I'm in it. How y'all doing, video world?
I feel like it's too close to our face.
It's never too close to my face.
Now we're recording.
Call me Mr. Fly Guy. Mr. OJ. With a little bit of ice.
A little bit.
Hi guys! Reach to it.
I wasn't gonna say hi guys. Okay.
She loves that I'm better at this than her.
So, alright. The news is out. I'm pregnant.
She's pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I don't like when people say we're pregnant because he is not pregnant. I'm pregnant. Yeah, we wanted to talk about the first trimester and all things first trimester in this video because it's been a journey. But first, I want to start with how we found out. Do you remember that story?
How did we find out? No.
Okay, so here's the deal. Let me tell you how I found out. I remember exactly what happened. I was sitting on the couch and then I got like a weird feeling over my body. Like it was just like a rush. And then
A rush over your body?
I told you that.
Okay.
I felt a rush, like a whoosh. And then I felt like super lightheaded and I'm like super tired out of nowhere. And then
You didn't tell me the story.
I did. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I know it's a. So then I didn't feel good. I was like tired, but then also in a few days, probably like, cause I track my period on a app. I use the Flow app. So I always, it really comes like when it says it's gonna come, it usually comes 1 or 2 days within that time frame or right on the day. So I knew I was supposed to get my period in like 3 days from that day. So I was like, either it's that I'm gonna get my period and I'm just getting tired because I always get tired right before it, or I was pregnant. It was like one or the other. And I don't know, I just had this weird feeling like, what if I'm pregnant? Because this is like, I get tired, but like this was like a different feeling. Like I felt like, it was weird and how it just whooshed over me like that. Yeah, it was whoosh.
So you were sitting on the couch.
So this exact pink couch.
You were watching Friends.
No, I don't know what I was watching.
Joey made a joke. You laughed a little bit while you were laughing. You felt a rush.
It was a whoosh.
A whoosh.
Anyway, so this was a different feeling than normal. So I was like, I don't know. So I go to you. Do you remember this part? I said, no, first I'm around the house searching for a test, remember? I was like, cause I knew we had taken a test like a few months before, even though we knew we weren't, but like I was getting like pains or whatever, and so we were like, let's just take it to rule it out. And then that was negative, so we had an extra one lying around. So I'm searching and I'm like asking him, I'm like, do you know where the test is? I saw the test. Like I remember I put it here, I couldn't find it. So then I'm like, I don't know. I just feel weird. I think you should get a test. Do you remember that?
I do.
I said, I feel weird. I think you should get a test.
That was a test for what?
So then you Amazon Prime one because neither one of us wants to go buy a pregnancy test because we're not literally adults in our 30s. And then I was like, you know what? I can't wait. Like, I don't want to wait. So we go to Target to buy a test and it was like, okay, I'm either pregnant or I'm getting my period. I was running out of tampons. So I literally went to Target and bought tampons and a pregnancy test just in case it was one or the other. So then I came back, took the test, like went upstairs to take the test. The Amazon Prime package ended up coming anyway, even though we canceled it. So now we have like 6 tests just ready. And you were going to the gym. He's getting ready to go to the gym. He doesn't even care. You see, I'm about to go upstairs to take a test. He's about to go to the gym. That's why I'm pregnant and he's not.
Sorry, I'm gonna need more information than a whoosh.
Listen, I already told you. So it was a feeling I had in my body. So then he's going to the gym. I'm like, I'm gonna go take this test. Were you gonna leave before I even took the test?
I was gonna leave because this wasn't anything. So
he said, he kept saying, this isn't it. Like, he thought I was exaggerating. He was like, this isn't it, this isn't it. Like, just downplaying my whoosh feelings. So then I was like, whatever, I'm gonna take it because I need to rule it out of my mind. Because I just have this weird feeling. So I just took a pregnancy test. I actually took 4 because I didn't believe it. It's not like I didn't want to believe it. I just was like, took the test and it literally immediately said pregnant. What? Like, it didn't wait. Like, I think people think that it takes a while, but I've heard other people say that when you're pregnant, it actually shows up like sooner than later. It doesn't, like, you don't really have to let it marinate. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that. For me, it was instant. Like, as soon as I peed on that thing, it said pregnant, and I was like, what? Like, that's literally how I felt. I'm not sure if I'm having like a normal reaction to it. I'm just like, what? That's literally all I can say about it. Like, I don't even know what to think or feel or what. So then I took another test. No, did I tell you first?
I was gonna say,
no,
took one yet.
No, I took one first. I didn't take another one yet. So I took, and then I go, brown. That's what I call him. And he's like, what? Like that.
Whoa.
And then I said, it says pregnant. Mind you, I'm upstairs on the 3rd floor. He's on the 1st floor. I'm like yelling at him. I'm like, it says pregnant. He goes,
well, you went brown. You went brown. And
I didn't go
anytime you don't want anything, you're always just yelling across the apartment for no reason. You don't really want anything. So if I said, it's because.
So what did you say?
You didn't need anything.
So you said whatever. And then I said, it says pregnant. Surprise. Yeah. And then what'd you say? Because I don't remember.
I thought you were kidding. I thought you were joking. Initially, because I was like,
I think he said no.
Because we took a special trip to Target to buy pregnancy tests. And I thought you were just being dramatic, really. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave anyway. I'm not coming, it's not anything. This isn't it. There's no, you, how did it sound? It was like, I'm pregnant.
You know that impression of me. Anyway, so he didn't believe it. He's literally out the door to the gym, and I have to show him the test, and he's like, no.
Sometimes tests are faulty.
Yeah.
You got a false reading.
But I heard now, that's what I thought. Like, it's not necessarily accurate. You have to go to the doctor to know. But then the doctor gives you the same test. It's just packaged. Remember? Because when we eventually went, it's the same test. Anyway, so he was shocked.
I was shocked.
I was shocked. We were like, bro. He hates that I say that. Bro. And yeah, that's how we found out. And then I took 5 more tests after that.
5 more tests.
Because I was like, nah. Each test I was like, nah, it's not right.
One test was like, and I was like, yeah. I was like,
how'd you feel after you took the 5th test though? You were like, I guess she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't deny it after that. I was like, okay, even if we didn't go to the doctor, that's like 5 tests that are literally nothing's wavering. It's
and that's when I found out my baby was pregnant. Can't say it right. Pregnant.
That's how we found out. And then, since then, we've just been like adjusting to the idea of becoming parents. Because that's like, whoa. That's another whoosh.
We are very excited.
Yeah, we are. First trimester was interesting because I was getting a lot of pain in my uterus area, I guess. Like a lot of cramping. So I was like really nervous, and I literally found out and I had to take a trip the next day to Vegas. So I couldn't like go directly to the doctor. I had to like power through this work trip for the weekend, and then like handle the fact that I was pregnant and all the pain I was feeling when I got back. So I powered through that, got back, was just having so much pain it wasn't going away. So I was like nervous because, you know, you find out you're just pregnant, you're getting pains, and everything I read was like, you can have implantation pain, but like if you have consistent cramping, that's not good. So we started getting really nervous. So we went to the doctor just to make sure, because we just wanted to make sure it was nothing.
Why? Hi.
Hi.
You're in a hospital bed. You're getting ready to run a test. Why? Why's that?
Getting an ultrasound.
Oh, what? Your what?
Cramps.
Oh. That sounds lovely.
So we went, and then like it turns out to be like probably like a ruptured cyst, which had happened to me like
3 months.
3 months before that. So once I knew what it was, which Danny made a good point, is like maybe that happened to me 3 months prior, so I would know what that feeling was. I wouldn't freak out, but like once it happened to me before, I realized it was a familiar feeling. Like that's what it felt like. So yeah, it was a ruptured cyst, but it was super painful and there's nothing you can do for it. You have to just let it absorb into your body. So I had a lot of pain for like 2 weeks, and then once that pain was better, and like when you're pregnant, you can't take medicine, you can't take a lot of medicine, and like Tylenol does nothing for that kind of pain, because Tylenol is like the only thing you can take, and that doesn't help with that kind of pain. So I should just like power through that, and then once that ended, then the morning sickness came.
And the morning.
So all my friends who didn't have it, I don't like you, because I don't understand this life of not having morning sickness. Because people say like, oh, the first trimester I was sick, I had morning sickness, but it's real. Every day, all day for 3 months.
And
sick.
The morning sickness came.
And it's not morning sickness, it's all day sickness. I mean, people have it at different times. Some people have it like just morning or evening or afternoon, but mine was all day. And then he had to deal with that. And I didn't want to eat, like, it was like, I had a lot of nausea and I only vomited once, but
You were nauseous.
I was nauseous all day. Like, I felt like I wanted to throw up.
All day, all the time.
Yeah, and he had to deal with me just complaining every second.
But you were fine.
I didn't throw up, but I felt like I wanted to every single day for 3 months. That's miserable.
How many lemons did you go through?
Lemon water, ginger, sparkling water. Nothing really helped though. It was just like, you just have to power through it. And then I didn't want to take medication because, you know, the least medication you can take when you're pregnant, the better, because the baby's absorbing all that. So I was trying to keep it as natural as possible, but it was really rough. It was rough. Like, I look back on it like,
It was
rough. I get it though, because I get why people forget. Because sometimes I'm like, y'all sure you want to get pregnant? Because feeling sick like that it's not a good feeling. And like, most likely you're going to get morning sickness. Most women get it. It's like 85% or something. It's like really high. That's why I don't know why.
We thought you'd be different though.
I know. I was like, I suffered enough because I always had stomach issues my like whole life, and I was like, you know, that's enough. When I get pregnant, I'm not gonna have that.
I thought you handled it like really like a champ. Well, you did though. You did handle it like a champ. You know, you complained, but not really. It wasn't unbearable or unreasonable. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Sure.
I felt like that you were getting annoyed with me.
Did you feel like that?
Well, I guess maybe not.
No, it was fine.
Because when you're actually annoyed with me, it's different. So I guess you weren't.
Yeah.
You were actually way more understanding than I thought you were going to be.
Wow. Way more.
Yeah, way more.
Way more.
Yeah, because I was like, ugh.
Am I not an understanding person to you?
You are, but I feel like certain things get on your nerves.
Certain things?
Like complaining. Complaining doesn't get on your nerves?
It does.
Yeah, but you were growing a human.
You were good. The worst of it was just a million cups of tea.
Thank you.
Salty things.
And just like you having to cook and cater to me like a little more than normal.
And that's okay.
That's
because
okay.
I love you.
So, that is how it kind of started. That's how this first trimester went. So we didn't really do much because I wasn't feeling well. But we ended up having our first doctor's appointment.
It's day for day.
It's our first ultrasound. Why are you on your phone?
You put your phone away.
My phone is away. You just want to wait for the camera to. So, when we found out it was a burst cyst and we went to the doctor, that's when we found out we were like 5-6 weeks. That's what they said.
Right.
And the baby already had a heartbeat. And we were like,
whoa.
Bruh. He says I sound like an old person trying to be cool like the young kids. Bruh.
You do.
That's what the kids say, bruh.
That was like the real moment.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, heartbeat.
Yeah, like, oh, it's real.
It's coming.
So then we had our first appointment at 8 weeks. And but that wasn't the ultrasound.
Yeah.
We met with the nurse.
We are in the room.
She says we're gonna know the due date today.
Due date?
We'll know how far.
Oh, wait.
We'll know how far. How far along we are.
We are. See?
We have a food baby. I'll trade you. I'll trade you any day. And then we set up like our appointments to like, you have to set up your appointments ahead of time. Like I think in the beginning it's like once a month you meet with the doctor.
Right.
So we did our first appointment, and when we did that we were 9 weeks.
9.
And we thought we were gonna be 8 weeks, but then it was like 9 weeks. So the first ultrasound, the baby just looked like a blob.
Yeah.
With the
like
the
a bean.
flicker.
Like a small bean.
It didn't even look like a bean to me. Maybe it did, but it was just to me just like this little thing. You couldn't really tell anything about it. And then
but you did see the
you could see the flicker of the heartbeat, which honestly I barely saw. You saw it, but I could barely see it on the ultrasound. I was like,
so that's bladder, that's uterus, that's baby right there, and there should be. You see the heartbeat?
no.
Yeah, I do. It's like.
So it still honestly didn't feel like that real to me, because I'm like, okay,
I was like, there she is.
We still don't know if it's a girl or boy, so no, it's yeah. And then we did the next ultrasound, and then it looked like a full-on baby. So 4 weeks later, when we're almost at 12 weeks, we're at like 11 and a half, we did another ultrasound.
We can see just
Oh my gosh, look at that.
And we can
Wow,
enhance
how
these
big.
enhance the
So much bigger
software.
from last time.
Really big.
I got a little magnified so you can see
Okay.
better.
Oh, okay.
But this is the head
Oh,
and the heart beating, the spine in the back, little legs out there, little hands out there.
oh my god.
Looks like he's getting ready to suck his thumb.
And the baby looked like a full-on baby. It was like head, arms, whatever. It was like moving its arms. It was like swirling around in there. And I was like,
Backstroke.
yeah, within like a month, it was like a whole baby. It had like a profile. It had my profile, like that.
Even though mine's is better. So.
No, show yours to the camera. Mine is better. Who has a better profile? Me. I won. So yeah, it looked like a full-on baby, and that's when I was like, oh, there's a baby inside
There's
me.
a baby inside.
And it's swirling around, like they move so.
And it's swirling around. And then we went home and had Chick-fil-A.
Did we have Chick-fil-A?
No, we didn't have Chick-fil-A. But
I honestly, I didn't eat that great the first trimester. Because, like, I'm a vegetable person. I grew up eating.
no, that's when you started wanting burgers,
Yeah.
fries.
I was eating burgers, fries. I wanted fried chicken. I just wanted, like, comfort foods. Because I was so nauseous all the time. And the only thing that would satiate, like, the hunger that I had was,
like salty,
yeah,
fried,
salty. I didn't want anything sweet, just salty.
It's really not like her.
It's just like not how I ate. And like Danny's like, you need to eat vegetables. It's usually it's the other way around. Where I'm telling him, he's like, you need to eat vegetables, you need to give the baby vegetables. And I'm like, scared. And like vegetables made me feel sick. Like I didn't feel good. And every time I thought about eating a vegetable, I just felt like throwing up. It was like the complete opposite of my eating habits.
Yeah.
I couldn't even.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go.
That's right. Yeah, you had spinach and you.
Yeah, the one time I had spinach before. My stomach, I just felt so. Thanks, Nina.
Come here. Nina wants to say hello. Say hi, Nina. Say hi.
Nina, are you gonna be like this when the baby comes? Are you gonna bark like this? Wake him up out of sleep? Yeah, you are.
Off you go.
Bye. Get out of here.
Okay.
Wanna get out of here?
Wanna get out of here?
Terrible joke.
So wait, I forgot where I was. Oh, the one time that I actually threw up was spinach, and I had spinach in something I don't remember, and I threw up like violently.
Violently throwing up in the bathroom.
I was
You were like crying.
yeah, I was. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was like throwing up. I was crying. Like I felt miserable.
Had to get a cold towel.
Yeah, even
tea.
Nina came.
Nina came. That's what happened.
Yeah.
You were like throwing up, and Nina started barking.
Yeah.
And she came downstairs to get me.
She went and got him to come get me. Like,
Yeah.
she's in trouble.
That's when I checked on you, and you were.
I didn't throw up yet. I was about to.
You were hugging the toilet.
Yeah.
Like this.
And every little thing that was in my stomach was out of it.
Yeah.
It was coming out of my nose. That might be TMI, but it was that aggressive. I've never thrown up that aggressive.
So that's a weird aversion that you had.
Yeah, spinach. I still don't want to eat it because I'm so nervous.
Is that a first trimester thing? Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming I can probably eat spinach now, but I'm really scared. Like, that's traumatizing. Do you want to eat the thing that did that to you again? No, you don't.
Spinach raised you, okay?
I know. I'm a fan of spinach normally, but maybe I'll try it again. I think maybe I'm over the hump.
I think you should.
Yeah, I'll try it again.
That was the only time I can remember that you were really, really just sick.
Yeah.
Or felt really sick.
Yeah, like actually throwing up sick.
But then.
Yeah, we're over that hump. And then, so because I was feeling like that, first trimester was like just trying to power through, get work done. Just like, we didn't really do much. We shot a few campaigns, but like just, if it wasn't like necessary, we didn't really do it.
Right.
And then towards the end, we went home to your parents' house. That was like the very end of the
First trimester. So
That was like going into the second, but it was like the first still.
So my parents are down in Texas.
So we went to Houston, and that flight was kind of miserable because I was still nauseous. Second flight. Flight delayed. Feeling sick. Can't wait to get there. This was like a 12-hour day.
Folks, on flight deck, a little
3.5 hour flight.
Service to Houston.
Never
You should be
again.
in here shortly.
You had to say Texas.
Went to Texas. What did I say?
Texas.
Yeah, he's not even from Texas. So we went to Houston, and then we went to Baltimore for my cousin's wedding. And then we went, and then I went to London for a campaign. Look at these girls.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
London.
And that was like the tail end of the first trimester going into the second, and I was still getting over nausea, but after talking to Danny's mom, was like, said it, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I stopped taking the prenatals, because at this point I should, like, once you're getting into your second trimester, you should start feeling a little bit better. Some people don't, but like, if you're not, I feel like you should try other things to make sure it's not something else making you sick. So I just was like, So then I stopped taking them, and like after 2 days of my body like weaning off of them, I actually started feeling better. So by the time I went to London, I still had nausea, but it was so much more manageable that I could actually So by the time I went to London, I was feeling like nauseous, but I was still, it was manageable. So we got through that. My bump literally popped more in London. It was actually like, by the time I went to London, that's when I was actually kind of really starting to show. Still wasn't huge, but it was like more noticeable. Like it didn't just look like a gut anymore. So only like 4 of the girls knew I was pregnant. So the other half must have thought I was just like, had a gut or something. I don't know. But that was good because the prenatals, because I had stopped taking them, I could like actually do that trip. But that 10-hour flight back to LA, woo, that wasn't the business. But yeah, that's pretty much the first trimester, right?
Yeah. Talk about what you ate, how you felt,
What we did.
what we did, how we found out.
I think that sums it up. But now
What do
that
you guys think? How was your first trimester?
Ow, I hurt myself. This ring is so big, it like, no, actually, that's a good question because I want to know how other people felt. Like, I know now that I've shared that with some of my friends, they're like, oh, I was nauseous too. I was like, you didn't tell me that. My mom said she was sick like the whole pregnancy for all 3 of us, but I feel like she's exaggerating, but I don't know. Oh.
Advice for guys, just keep doing what you're doing. We feel fine.
Stop it right now. But yeah, that's the first trimester. I'm glad it's over, but just trying to enjoy the experience, even the good, the bad, all of it, because I know everybody says you look back and you're like, you kind of miss being pregnant, or I feel like you appreciate it more once you're not anymore. So I'm trying not to just be like, oh, that was miserable, and to actually like embrace all the parts of being pregnant.
All the feeling.
Good, the bad, the ugly, like it's all part of the process. So yeah, I do want to hear other people's first trimester stories, like how they felt, what they did. Like, because we didn't announce, I really want to ask people like remedies that they use, but I didn't. I would have to tell people I was pregnant, so we had to just figure that part on our own. But we got through it. Everybody gets through it. You know, like you feel sick, but you get over it. It's like 3 months is nothing in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, so we're excited.
Very excited. She's feeling great now.
I'm feeling so much better now, and yeah, we will update you on how the second trimester is going.
Stay tuned.
So stay tuned for that. And
don't forget to
subscribe. Like this video, and yeah, let us know any tips for the second trimester.
Maybe like the fake laugh and stuff.
Yeah, the fake laugh was so corny.
That was terrible.
That was
wasn't as good as
yours.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, so thank you guys for stopping by and listening to our story. Yeah, until next time.
Until next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Why is your hand wet?